Neg, Ezra. We are Clan Smoke Jaguar. We do not falter in the face of our duty.
Yeah, we don't.
I asked for a way to overcome the inertia of our clan warriors who lost their way, not for a way to abandon
Ezra,
our fellow children of Kerensky.
how dare you betray us and then have the gall to claim that the Jaguar is the dishonorable one?
Yeah, and why did he make this thing issue?
We
So-
are supposed to be better.
So this is the path. It is called in game the Crusader path.
Every opportunity to
Um,
prove themselves worthy of our respect.
Have we
from the
discussed the
moment we
Crusader
issued
versus
Valicek
Warden
a
philosophy
patrol.
in this
Every
playthrough?
time, they sunk to a new low.
I'm sure we have, but to recap, essentially,
And that gives us the right to put the boot on their throat?
politics in
That is not
the clans as a whole eventually began to revolve around the question of
coward.
returning to the Inner Sphere, and specifically how that return, or what that return would look like. So, one philosophy, the Crusader philosophy, sought to return as conquerors, essentially correcting
Mistakes.
the error of the Exodus in the first place.
Star Colonel Perez, we have an unknown drop
Um,
in the AO.
That wasn't how it was worded. It was worded as the Star League went into exile to recover its strength so that
He admitted to initiating the melee
they
to
could
cover
return
his escape.
as the
We are
clans
down on the Novicat front.
and
Pursue.
reclaim
Focus
the Star League from the Inner Sphere.
naval assets to investigate.
And so the whole idea was invasion and conquest. Restoring the Star League essentially under force of arms. Then there was the Warden politics, which advocated for allowing the Inner Sphere to choose its own destiny. And that the clans should be ready to protect the Inner Sphere should the clans ever be called upon. Now, both of these philosophies were incomplete because, again, the Crusader philosophy fundamentally called into question the Great Father Alexander Kerensky's decision to leave the Inner Sphere in the first place. Or at least that's been my interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Because because Kerensky's departure and taking most of the Star League Defense Force with him was seen as this great, noble sacrifice that removed the largest standing army in human history from the game board
Unit down.
of what was essentially going to be picking over the corpse of the Star League itself, and the Terran hegemony in particular. And so,
Dead body.
well, I mean, at the end of the Star League Civil War, more commonly called the Amaris Coup, two of the Star League's member states, the Rimworld's Republic and the Terran hegemony, were both shattered,
Scan mode engaged.
thoroughly wiped out.
Scan mode disengaged. New target.
On the Star Commander's target.
Completely unable to function as an effective government, let alone, in the case of the Terran hegemony, act as the first among
One
equals
enemy mech down.
in the Star League Council.
Target.
Meanwhile, the Rimworld's Republic, the other star empire that was shattered, the realm of Stefan Amaris, who
Scan mode engaged.
took control of the Terran hegemony by force of arms.
New target.
was completely destroyed by the Starlink Defense Force
Scan mode.
and then abandoned so that way they could make their push to liberate Terra. And as it was abandoned with no ability to defend itself,
Marked for
House Steiner, the Lyran Commonwealth, gobbled the entire realm up. You know, you ask who won in the Starleague Civil War, the answer is the Lyran Commonwealth, unequivocally. So... So picking up... The thing is that this, even if it was just the soldiers from the Starleague Defense Force who were from the Terran hegemony, they could have held the hegemony itself and could have pushed for the eventual, or not even the eventual, could have pushed for maintaining the Starleague even in some sort of dormant state. Kerensky, I have always held,
destroy.
was,
New target.
at best, he was a broken, tired old man who refused to make the hard choice, and also refused to let others make the hard choices in his stead.
He was being lazy.
No, he wasn't being lazy, but
Target destroyed.
from my mind, I view him... If he wanted to just retire and disappear from history, that would have been a noble choice.
Destroyed.
Running and taking the entire, or 2/3 of the Starleague military with him was a dereliction of duty. So, and the Crusader political movement, even though they don't say it, and in fact would vehemently deny it, they still venerate Alexander Kerensky as the Great Father. Fundamentally, they view the Exodus as a mistake. Whether they would admit it openly or not. So,
Target destroyed.
Yes, that's actually interesting because
now the Warden philosophy posits that they should defend the Inner Sphere whenever called upon, without answering the question of how would the Inner Sphere call upon you? What sort of external threat are you talking about? Because it's not defend the Inner Sphere from the internecine wars that have raged for the 300 years since the end of the Starleague Civil War. The implication is to defend the Starleague from an external threat, which is
Damn it.
bogus.
Not good.
yeah.
Star Colonel.
We're
Ships landing.
beep.
Oh shit.
Star Colonel,
Oh meow.
position overrun.
That is 3 more unions. That is 3 trinaries. Crap.
Down and prepare to submit yourselves for arrest. You and your star will answer for your starmates' actions here today.
Excuse me? Anyway,
It was Ezra's fault.
yeah. Anyway, I hope I made the right decision. You made what I consider the canonical decision. It for a clan warrior, particularly a young clan warrior, to abandon the way of the clans is almost impossible to imagine. But here we are, you know. That, however, would be covered in the other video chain. So, we're going to follow this path to the end and see what the true Crusader path is. Anyway.
You can see.
Oh, the saber cat is back.
Look at me.
Shut up.
This is your final chance to tell me the truth. And I know exactly whose dropship Mechwarrior Ezra left on.
Well, that makes one of us.
When did he first make contact with Wolf's Dragoons? When did your command learn that you harbored a traitor to the clan?
I never thought he would betray us. I have said for days now, yes, Ezra was frustrated. Just like everybody else that was left behind.
You lie. Lie! You helped elevate a freeborn spheroid to Mechwarrior status. You harbored a traitor within your own star. And your negligence cost Smoke Jaguar a world that it bled for to secure.
My friend died taking this world. Don't think for a second.
Excuses.
Yeah, I'm gonna say shut up.
Beep you.
I will have none of it. You have proven yourselves unworthy of your station within Beta Galaxy.
That ain't your job to...
And who gave you such authority?
Thank you, Sakan.
I did not know of your return.
Perhaps you might have
Oh, wait,
known
excuse...
if you were not preoccupied with deflecting blame and harassing my warriors. This star was provisionally assigned to Zeta Galaxy to assist with hunting down the ISF, not tangle with the Nova Cats.
You.
Denying your own culpability and the events that led to this mess, Star Colonel?
Perez really is the worst kind of commander.
You should burn in hell.
The Novacat's official report claims a lone warrior violated Zelbrigand and initiated a melee. At no point do they allude to Mechwarrior Ezra's defection. We will not dispute this point. It will go down as a tactical error on behalf of an unnamed warrior and nothing more. There are more pressing matters at hand.
And frankly, to admit this would be to undermine Clan Smoke Jaguar's point in the invasion more so than literally any other point.
Half-child. It has and it will. We now head to Luthien,
Oh!
capital of the Draconis Combine.
Operation Dragon Slayer is a go then. That is literally what they called it. And it would have been fitting because victory on Luthien would have done several things. One, it would have decapitated the military, intelligence, and political leadership of the Draconis Combine. Even if an heir to the Draconis throne somehow left Luthien,
for one purpose.
It would be
To sink our teeth and
disastrous.
House Karita's seat of power.
The other thing is that Luthien is a major
Despite the
military
promise
industrial
of
center.
honorable
It's the
combat
home
through their code of Bush-
to, and go with me on this, Luthien Armor Works.
Time and again. Samurai, the Curitan regime.
Imagine a factory complex
The
the size of the city of Chicago.
no batch-all will be given.
Oh.
World.
And that produces some of the most
remembrance
premier
will
battle
immortalize
mechs
today as the day that Corinth
for
agents came
House
to the
Karita.
tyrants of the Draconis Combine.
Oh, Hamato.
Interesting,
There was
the
nothing they
Hatamoto
could
Chi,
do
the
to
Grand
free from our
Dragon, the
justice.
Jenner. Interestingly, not the Panther.
Not in pink.
Well, not the Panther at all. And just a whole, but yeah, a whole bunch of other battle mechs in there. The Maulers produced there, the Atlas is produced there.
Difficult to tell, but I estimate 6 to 9 battle mech regiments. Most of that will come from the Luthien Defense Force. But the real threat will come from whatever house units Theodore Kurita is able to muster in time for the battle. Anticipate multiple regiments from the elite Swords of Light and the Genyosha.
So
You will
6
also have
lances,
to contend
probably.
with the Izanagi and the
6
the
regiments.
royal guards of House
Oh.
Kuri's ruling family.
The big
But
ones,
it is unlikely
the
they will
second
venture
Sword of
far
Light
from their
is
imperial
stationed on
palace.
Luthien.
Will they have
Both
mercenary
regiments
support?
of the Genosha
No,
were
Star Colonel.
recalled to
The
Luthien.
coordinator's death to mercenaries edict
The Otomo
forbids
is
them
always
from stepping
present
foot on
wherever the coordinator is.
This is it.
And then the coordinator also called up the Azangi warriors,
Hi,
which are
that is
not
highly likely.
part of the official roles
If
of the
Luthien
Combine,
falls,
at least not right
the
now,
entire
not at the
Combine will
time.
be thrown into chaos.
But were
Kerensky's
essentially
justice has finally come for them.
veterans of the Otomo who had
Star
since
Commander
retired,
Jada. We
but
will soon
owned
be
their own
called up
battle
for
mechs.
deployment.
So,
there will be no distractions here.
fundamentally, you're
So
doubling
see
the
to it
Otomo's
that your
forces at
star
that
is
point.
fully prepared for multiple consecutive
Yeah, the
deployments.
Luthien
We will
Armor
not
Works
rest until
Defense
this
Forces.
world
You
is
have
ours.
the
I will see it done.
so basically a corporate security battalion, which includes battle mechs that Law produces themselves. You have multiple regiments of planetary militia. Again, largely either retirees or trainees who are coming up to become non-commissioned officers within the Draconis Combine itself. Anyway, next mission, real quick. First off, do we want to be a little interesting? Because we went a whole hog on the full Direwolf star last time. I don't like how slow the mech is. That's just me. I'm really thinking.
Executioners.
You think I should take an Executioner?
Yes.
Okay. We'll take an Executioner, and I will gladly assign a Direwolf to Mia. So, question is, I have not really played with this all that much, so I'm not sure I can actually do the configuration that I like. Which is this guy.
I actually have enough.
Oh. Hey, cool. So, anyway, yeah, Operation Dragon Slayer. We are going to take a stab at the coordinator. How fun is that going to be?
Happy, but also terrifying in my head.
Alrighty.
Dragon. Person.
Well, we'll figure that all out together, alright?
Yep.
So, but we will figure that all out next time, kids. So until then, I'm JP Arbiter.
I'm the Arbiter.
We'll see you next time.